Hello and welcome back to Pick and Place House Round 4 with the Fuhrerreich mod. We're back in the Indian Revolt now. We have defeated the British Raj, we've made them capitulate. However, the possibility of us actually being able to defeat the British is still very much up in the air, I would say. Deutsches Reich, they're still giving me the cold shoulder, I'm gonna say that much. But we will carry on nonetheless. We lost a lot of troops, mostly entirely to the British Navy, as you know, the easiest way to walk around on land is to go through the water. The British are joining India. We have won our freedom. We win! We win! Aww! We have won our freedom. Peace with the United Kingdom. Peace with British Raj. We annex British Raj. It's the event of British are driven from India. What do you know? UK.33.d, boy! Provincial India. Now it's still just basic. However, Provisional India. However, has promised peace. Yes, the provisional government remains. Now, what about decisions? Because I think there's a way to like split it up in such a way that you end up with all the princely states. And I'm kind of interested in that. The fact that we are able, I mean, yeah, just take back all the words I just said. We are speaking the British. Ooh, some of these divisions are veteran. One of them is. Dang, son. Yeah, all militia go to that army. And with this army, just cover the whole of India. Not able to take Burma, though. Sad times, sad times. I'm assuming there's going to be some infighting. I'm interested to see what there is. But if not, we can at least join up with the Stahlback later. British are driven from India. I'm interested. This is stuff I haven't seen before. After several months of fighting, the Indian rebels have recently won a string of victories over British forces in India, successfully ejecting them from the Indian mainland. Once the former crown jewel of the empire, India is now free and independent. Although what the future of India will be is anyone's guess. While India has united against their common enemy, it seems that without a unifying force, the subcontinent may soon find itself fractured and divided once more. The British government has vowed to restore order in India, although the little territory nearby, still under their control, it is unknown whether they're ever successful to threaten India again. Yes. So they still. Oh, look at that little cute boy over there. So British Raj lives on in Ceylon, while United Kingdom lives on in Burma and everywhere else. Volunteers are going to go home, and the conquering heroes will live once more. Go to Delhi, please, and just kind of sit around. Be nice. Well, they can just starve. Leadership Assembly election called. With the British driven from our fair country, the modicum of stability established across our new nation, united nation. A leadership election has been called for the provincial government in Delhi. With military leaders, the old princes of the Raj, and communist councils of the East given the right to vote. However, the election resulted in a deadlock. Corruption between the princes, the militia representatives, along with the sizable representation of the communists, prevented anyone from gaining a true majority. The power vacuum caused by the sudden collapse of the Raj must be filled somehow. A new administration may collapse entirely. Must create a new India. Indeed. However, there's nothing really to do there. We could keep going nationalist, but Free India movement is just to get us out of there. We need to go agrarian princely reclamation, princely dominion versus going like that. Let's see. Peacetime demobilization, high popularity, market government. Go. Volunteer only is a little bit silly, but when it's 7.59 million at volunteer, we're pretty much good. 1937. Ooh, 1937. Approved machine tools. We can create a nice industrialized India. The princes make their move. Ooh. Well-known forces have been tied down, establishing rule of law once in the lawless regions. The Indian princes have been waiting for their opportunity. In the chaos that followed the removal of the British from the continent, the princes have established their own militia forces in several regions and moved towards creating their own administration in these regions. They insist that the administration is only temporary and that they will be dissolved once the Delhi administration meets for the first time. Doubts linger, however, over their sincerity. Only time will tell. Interessante. you there in Delhi and send the national forces there. Also, I would like a new... oh, yeah. Right, there's other things in the world. I would like a... Bam, 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 bam. A 20-stack division with all the fixins. National infantry. Those are the only two things called. Okay, well, let's just make it the double-stack infantry division to start with. I'd like that. And then duplicate. Give them some support, please. With this, engineers, and with artillery. I'll keep it like this because it's a 20-stack. Let's see. Okay, that would have been very weird. So, let's hope I figured it out back in editing. Well, back in this, I have made that unit, the National Infantry with support. What can I give them? What kind of shimble? How about... Not crown colony stuff, not a knife. Knife's not good enough. What about... No, not that. Not a bear, we're not the Russians. Not a unicorn, that's not us. Not a skull. Just the shooty shoots for now. So sorry about that cut. I have received news from the front about the Barbershop Harmony Society. Because I am a member. Yes, I like to sing barbershop. So what? One research left, please. Yeah, apparently they're allowing anyone to join now. That's pretty good. I like that. That's actually one of the things I did when I was secretary of my chapter. Was I allowed, for at the very least, women to join on the board and other men. Here we go. The first meeting of the provincial government. This morning, the provincial government officially met for the first time in Delhi. Militia leaders, communist princes, and the representatives have conducted the first of several preliminary meetings in the recently constructed Secretariat building. Wow, they built that fast. Which we have chosen to act as a temporary house of government. The meeting were tense, and many ideological conflicts underpinned the proposals made by the different representatives. The biggest issue raised with the meeting was that of the regional autonomy, particularly the illegal administration created by the princes recently. The issue may not have been settled this time, but we are confident we can overcome our differences and come to a final settlement eventually. Despite our differences, we must work together. Yes, indeed. Also, a governing force, how about you go on... guard points, naval bases, and yeah, that's good enough for now. It's good enough. You're good enough for me. Put your army there. Yeah, we should be alright. You are fine. You're the main general here. Modify the government. Ooh, can I go Bobs? You are the national populist, flamboyant tough guy. But what about a spiritual leader? Consumer goods factory down versus stability and war support. Well, maybe not that Bob. What about this Bob Evans? Hawkish intervener, war support, and max volunteer. That's not very important. What about this Bob Jones? Reserve on culture stability and political power growth versus war support, recruitable population factor, consumer goods. We don't need the population. We can go for Bob Jones. Yes. That sounds fine to me. Outdated. Yeah, good point. But at the same time, I kind of need those, don't I? Also, support equipment when the time comes. Some CS planes is fine. Build the convoys, why not? We got this. The National Army militia leaders refused to disarm. Early this afternoon, the major situation occurred in the streets of our capital, guarded by a police force of squad of militia members who are leaders, refused orders to hand over their weapons after the police were informed that they were intimidating civilians nearby. Arguing that their weapons were needed for self-defense, the situation continued for several hours until our own leadership intervened and prevented the situation from escalating any further. Well, we keep going down, but what about... Need to keep it going. Disagreements in Delhi. Today's meeting were due to continue until well into the evening, but the communist representatives staged a walkout. Well, we can just, kill them. Followed shortly after by delegations from the numerous princes due to disagreements over autonomy in several provinces. Many within our own government have expressed concerns that the communists have been stalling for time to establish total control over their own territories. Some different words. Also, what's this? Available planes in reserve. Oh yeah, we captured a couple planes from the Raj. That's right. Yeah, maybe go... Construction, so we got faster construction. Because, yeah, we're going construction here, but what about civilian? Because we're at peace now, and we can afford it. Then, bam, 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 wham, wham, bam, blamiston. We don't have a lot of places to put this stuff, but we can put it, we can fit it in. And then with that, we can start building other stuff. For right now, I'll just leave that to go while I wait. Because I don't know if we're heading for another civil war. I generally don't know. We are going for... we'll field the reinforcements first. We can get the National Infantry up anytime. The People's Assembly in Calcutta. I expect that the communist delegations have been stalling for time in order for their own plans to continue uninterrupted. It is unknown what exactly these plans were until this morning, when the worst we had predicted. The communists of Calcutta have set up their own People's Assembly to govern the region, and have announced a boycott of future meetings between our provincial government and their own rival government. Taking advantage of the situation, the prince have declared their withdrawal from the further parliamentary meetings, arguing that our government cannot exert control over the east of the country, then the legitimacy is called into question. Stability down again. Yep, that could be a problem. Might be going for a second civil war. I was And yeah, the the Bermuda garrison. Boy, you are way out of place. 2nd Infantry Division. The United Kingdom, you just get out of my lands. Just go. Just leave me alone. Go away. You don't need to be here. You don't. Put those there for now. Also, while we're at it, because I can, let's give over... Actually, just give over these. The basic infantry equipment, get rid of it now. We'll build up with other things. And, oh yeah, I went to them instead. Give it over, boys. Come on, give it over. And those can all get going. We'll, of course, need some aluminum. And we can get that from the French. Kino Romania has puppeted? Puppeted, I'm assuming? Oh boy. With our victory over the British and our struggle for freedom, many believe that this will be the high point in our history and we reached by vanquishing an empire many times more powerful than our own nation. I see. So what you're saying is, put these back up. With a yes, following the call for the first leadership election many weeks ago, things have gone downhill. The failure of the representatives to compromise on important issues, refusal of militia leaders to give up their arms, hand over the administration to the government, the creation of the separate People's Assembly in Calcutta, have only undermined the government's position of legitimacy in governing India. To add more fuel to the fire, the princes use the disarray to establish their own rule in several areas, utilizing their own primitive private armies and militia to force local administrations to enter through their rule. Rumors also persist that some of the princes are still inclined to do business with the British, even after everything our people have been through. The past several days have only seen this situation worsen drastically within the militia leaders take control over their own regions, refusing to allow our troops to pass. Seizing the opportunity, a veritable thorn in our side, the communist government of Calcutta has begun to setting up checkpoints in many major areas inside their territory. It would seem that the checkpoints, despite our claims of controlling all India, this on hold was looser than anticipated. Get some war support. Oh no! At least we hold on to the army. And what is this? It's not puppet, just a free state. Well then, how does that work? India's People Front, Bihar, Orissa, Hyderabad, Madras, Mysore, Mysore, pain in the ass, Bombay, and then Provisional India and Gujarat, Balochistan, Punjab, Kashmir, even Punjab, come on, man. Fine. And we've lost our best leader. We're left with you. You must have taken the girl with you. We lost our best general. We kept... I'm surprised that you didn't go to Punjab, Mr. Singh. Fine. Pull back, everybody. This line here. Pull back to... No, here. You hold here. You hold here. Yeah, we got a lot of exiled units now, but they can come on home. So that means we're going to be lacking a lot of... Basically, I mean, what? Why can't I move that? Oh, luck now? Okay. Alright, infrastructure then. What is this up here? Why is it... What? What? Also, Gujarat. Oh, Gujarat exists. Thank you. Forming the national government. The situation is facing a dangerous one. If we may one wrong move make, we may cease to exist altogether. Therefore, we must remain strong and united. If we are to unite the Indian people under one flag, then we must ensure strong leadership. As a result, local elections for the national government has been promised. A date has been decided for the elections, and though it is likely that they have been called once India has been sufficiently reclaimed, until then the provincial government will rule alone. The provincial government becomes the ruling party, but political elections will not be held. So, yeah, I guess you're gone then? Yeah, just provisional government. Okay, pull back all the troops, boys. Pull back all the troops. At least they aren't joining any factions together. Let's look at some of these, because this is different. They all get their own people. Vishwaneth Das, Mansingh II, Sadiq Muhammad Khan V. Good, that's mine. He's just some fat guy in sunglasses. Querta. Oh no, you're just Afghanistan. Bombay, a paternal autocrat. Yeah, these are all paternal autocrats. It makes sense. Man, that is very interesting. I'm glad they did that. That's cool. Now the Germans are not going to be able to join up with us. However, we have our own war to fight now. Things to do. Justify war will require a lot more tension, especially because of our government, but we have promised elections. Meaning we just need to hold on to what we got. What we got ain't a lot. Production. What about insufficient resources? Yes, let's bring in some resources. Won't be able to construct anything if I lose all that. I see. What do you guys have? You have 3. You have a lot of military factories. You have a lot of military factories and one being built. Let's pull back all of these then. Including you, as we cannot build you anymore. Oh hey, the dog's crying now. So with the main army, let's pull you all together into there. Okay, I don't know why you... Reorganizing the nation. It is all well and good for provincial government to claim control, but it means nothing if the people do not obey our authority. Therefore, we must enforce our authority. We cannot afford to fall further than we already have. Yes, good. Give the real troops to you. I don't know. Get ready on the Punjab border. Oh, hey, there's a lot of troops. Right there, please. Yeah, you guys couldn't escape anywhere else. You guys on that border. Kind of leaving our border with Orissa and Bihar open. But, you know, sometimes you just gotta do it. Let's get rid of that. So, at the moment, it would be Rajasthan that we really need to take back. Improve relations. We still have 1 million manpower. Stage a coup. Yeah, okay, can't do that. Okay. Well. Provisional incompetence. Imposing authority. In the wake of the British rule, we put ourselves forward as the authority for all India, a huge nation filled with many different cultures and religions. It would be difficult for anyone to keep it united and strong, but we are willing to try. However, our offer has crushed by the scheming of the princes and militias, before being torn apart once and for all by the vile communists in the east. This cannot last. We are the rightful rulers of India, and no treacherous princes or communist heathens will take that away from us. See? Now, even though we don't have a unique focus tree, this is the kind of stuff I was hoping for when I started this series. This is interesting. You look weird. Sheriped Amerdanji. I probably mispronounced that. Rajasthan is... Yeah, at the moment, take out Rajasthan, consolidate our forces. Probably Punjab, Kashmir outside. Baluchistan, maybe? Where's a good place that has a lot of resources? Kashmir would just be weak. Bombay would be great for tungsten. Also, is no one going to talk about the Portuguese question or the French question? Okay, Mysore is where we're going to get all the tungsten in the world. Got some rubber down Madurai. You're not all that important. Orissa. Ooh. Oh god, I thought we were about to be declared one. One last thing. India is an incredibly diverse nation filled with many different cultures and religions. Yes, diversity is our weakness. And we are now tasked with deciding on the national language. There's really two choices. We could either go for Hindi language as a reminder of our cultural heritage, ancient roots prior to the British invasion. Well, this would gain us sizable support in the moment. This would, as our lands expand through, it may cause tension in the largely Muslim regions in the west and east. Alternatively, we could adopt English as a national language. It may be troublesome having to teach our population English, but it would keep things organized for when India as a whole is finally under control. All India will be ours again, but that isn't a choice, unless one pops up here, but it's not. I think that's not entirely worked out yet. Let's go for some political reform and. Dispersed industry versus construction versus... dispersed industry sounds good because I'm going to need that. Going to need it to supply these troops. Yeah. But with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!